we are looking at a pattern that has, I mean, escalated sharply over the last, I want to say 12 hours. I mean, the president of the United States is amplifying messages calling for military tribunals, all right? Military tribunals. I mean, death penalties and obliterating political opponents, all because 6 Democratic veterans, I mean, reminded the U.S. troops of a very basic fact that they already know, okay? 100%. So this is not a big deal. I mean, the military cannot follow illegal orders. That is not an opinion at all. That is literally law. I mean, that's foundational law for the military. Take a look at this post right here. Look at these posts for just for a second. Okay, like here, like military tribunals. Okay, and when you look at posts like this, you're seeing a president circulating imagery that compares his political opponents to war criminals. I mean, we're talking about a message that explicitly asks how to bypass the corruption in the justice system, with his answer being military tribunals. That's not policy. This is not governance. This is like openly, I mean, flirting with the idea of using the military against American civilians. Anyone who has served knows exactly why that language is so dangerous. Okay, I mean, check out this post right here. The meme about soldiers questioning orders. This post right here really upsets me. I'll tell you why. I mean, I did 2 tours in Iraq when I was in the Marine Corps infantry, and the right and images like this are making it seem like the men and women in uniform are just stupid. Like every single person on the right, whether they're elected or they're just some person living somewhere in America, is so concerned with our education and our, and our soldiers and Marines, that they're going to get confused about what a lawful and an illegal order is. I can tell you right now, they are not stupid. But being reminded about these situations is not a bad thing, considering we have a president who's constantly breaking the law. Okay, it's really good to make sure that you put a little reminder out there. But to every right-winged lunatic and everybody else out there, I want you to understand that the military men and women that are serving this country are not idiots. This video that these 6 lawmakers put out are not going to confuse them. So stop treating them like they're idiots. The 6 lawmakers, at the center of the story, Senator Elisa Stolkin, Senator Mark Kelly, Representative Kristi Holiganen, Chris Deluzio, Maggie Goodlander, and Jason Crow, Jason Crow is pretty legit, are all saying the same thing. Military leadership has taught, enlisted and officers for generations. Troops must refuse unlawful commands, period. That is how we protect the Constitution. 100%. But that is not how the president responded, okay? I mean, he called the message seditious behavior, and he amplified posts claiming it was punishable by death, which, by the way, none of that was seditious, and none of that is punishable by death in any way, especially in this country. And the consequences are real. I mean, offices have received threats. There have been bomb threats reported to law enforcement, and the president has not backed down. The rhetoric, even a little bit, okay, even as a member of Congress are facing security incidents. Check out this post right here. This is where the pattern gets even more serious. I mean, he has also boosted imagery with QAnon symbols, and including a TikTok countdown and visuals implying a purge of political opponents. This is classic escalation, okay? Using symbolic threats to rally supporters and intensify the climate around him. If I could tell you the conversations that I've had with people on Truth Social, like the true MAGAs on Truth Social, oh my God, it would give you a headache. If you were to go and look at these conversations, these people have so much trouble with just basic thought. I mean, it is so frustrating to be in a conversation with these people, and you have to keep correcting their spelling. It's I'm being mean. I'm going to stop. Let's take a look at the obliterate deep state posts. Okay. Take a look at this one right here. These images are not random, guys. I mean, these are designed to create the sense of a coming showdown, if you will, a line between him and, his so-called enemy. But that so-called enemy is not a foreign adversary. It's like me and the people watching this, and most other Americans. This is why so many lawmakers, like on both parties, are starting to sound alarms. Take a look at this clip here.
To be honest, the president's remarks are, I think, indicate a level of instability. It's not just shocking, it's not just offensive, it's bizarre, it is erratic, it's volatile, and I think it indicates a mental state that we should all be questioning right now, whether that's emotional, mental, what have you. It is not normal.
I mean, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called it erratic, volatile, and bizarre. Senator Mark Kelly, dude's dope. A Navy veteran and former astronaut said directly that the president was declaring loyalty to the Constitution a capital offense. Representative Mike McCall, a senior Republican, said that the president's rhetoric must come down. Senator Rand Paul called it reckless and irresponsible. I mean, these are not fringe voices, guys. These are like the senior officials, some of them Republicans, warning of, I mean, what this language can unleash or cause. In a functioning democracy, elected leaders are supposed to lower the temperature, not raise it, okay? I mean, they're supposed to defend the laws that protect Americans, not to suggest death for those who are upholding them. So I really want you to think really hard and be really clear, because the laws are very clear. I mean, members of the U.S. military are required to follow lawful orders, and they are legally required to disobey. I want to say that again. Legally required to disobey unlawful ones. That is the bedrock of American military ethics. And it's what prevents the rise of authoritarianism, okay? Like, really prevents it. So what we're watching is not just a political dispute, guys. It's a president, attacking the foundation, like the foundational principles that keep the military under the rule of law, and attacking anyone who reminds troops of their duty to the Constitution. This is why we cover it. I mean, this is why it matters. Because the moment we stop calling out language that puts Americans in danger, we normalize it. And when you normalize it, you lose the country. And I'm not willing to do that. I'm going to call this guy out until the day he dies. Straight up.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and informed to the stories that matter, the people that matter, and most importantly, the truth. The thing that is so hard to find right now. And just so you guys know, I do the best that I can to answer the comments. So I really hope to see you guys in there.